generally speaking, since COVID times, we've been finding that people's emotional and mental health is needing a whole lot more attention than ever before. And it's come to the point where even children and adolescents are going through states of depression or anxiety that is quite critical. We've always had this situation where people get a little bit worried, a little bit tense, a little bit anxious, but it's not only that, it's leading to situations that are quite extreme. It's an indication of the times in which we live. Whichever generation it is I belong to, there's a huge amount of anxiety. And the circumstances of the world around us, I'll mention too. Climate change, and secondly, the wars that we are now seeing on our doorstep. There's, even during the time of peace, there were wars in different corners of the Middle East or in Africa or in South America or even in Asia, but we didn't see them on the doorstep of Europe. And now on both sides, different sides, we are seeing two big major points of upheaval right on our doorstep. And so it is a very strange time in which we are living. But apart from that, I also see how the upheaval in the economy, and of course, whether it's climate change, wiping out billions of dollars worth of property, as we saw in January in Los Angeles, but also other parts of the globe, but also the concern that, well, what's going to happen to me? Are there going to be things happening within climate that are going to impact me, even though today I'm comfortable? I'm hearing very bad news about the way things are going, and things are going to get worse. So the outside is impacting the inside. The economy and the fluctuation of that, I know that in London, I never used to see queues and queues of people waiting to be given food by the food bank. Now I see queues of people who seem to be like you and me, fairly middle class, I would say. But the lines go around the block twice over. What's going on? Everything seems to be in a very critical state. When something comes knocking into my head and I realize that I'm trying to fulfill my responsibilities to others, but I'm not able to do so anymore. Why? Because I realize that I don't have that inner energy to be able to manage all the things that I should be doing. So where am I going to get that inner energy from? I realize that things aren't going the way that they should, either for myself or for others that I am responsible for. It's at that moment I start looking for answers. And very often people will then understand that maybe there's a dimension, this dimension of spirituality, of knowing the self that they haven't yet explored. And my hope is that when they begin to think about these things, for why is all this happening? Why am I not able to manage? They'll realize that I need to give time to myself. And when I do that, things begin to move in the right direction. And so it's like something happens when we realize that we're not coping very well with basic responsibilities. So why is it? It's not my children's fault. It's not my partner's fault. It's something that's going on inside of me. That's when I look, and that's when I can find.